Yeah, this is just I'm redoing a video which I done earlier on today. I done it in my car, and unfortunately enough, as I was sorting the video out, I watched it. Don't really watch my videos. I don't like the sound of my own voice. I can imagine a lot of people feel exactly the same. But anyway, I did watch it, and the sound started going funny. So I'm gonna redo it all again. Okay, straight off the bat, a big shout out to Frank Liuba. He mentioned me in one of his videos and some of the suggestions I've been telling you about, some of the ideas. Anyway, he's quite an interesting character, makes some good points on his videos, so they're worth a watch. Give him a go. Once again, Frank Liuba. Seems like a really down-to-earth, nice character, but he asked some questions on one of his videos. Wrote down beside me. I'm going to give you my opinion on these questions from my depot. I can imagine a lot of you might be interested in listening to what I've got to say. For a start, going over your 4-hour block. Now, about returning your parcels, if you're going to go over your 4 hours, you can return the rest to the depot. That's fine, there's not a problem with that. You take them back, no problem at all. 1 second. Yeah, right, they take them back, no problem, they're sound with it. But it goes against you if they scan them back into the system. You do get a mark for it. They don't tell you at the depot. I don't know if it's because they don't know or what, but it does go against you. It's one of the marks on the computer. So if you're late for blocks, if you're doing Prime now and you go over your 2-hour block, it goes against you. And if you return items as well without attempting a delivery, that goes against you. Also, I was just going to say, yeah, if you do take items back to the depot, it might still show up on your phone that you've got them, even though you've taken them back, and it asks you to return them. Right, that's fine. What happens basically, either they scan them off the system or they don't. If they don't, they'll throw them on another trolley when the next driver comes, collects and scans them. Don't quote me on the words. It says these packages or parcels are being issued to another driver, would you like to take them? And then you click confirm. So it doesn't always show up. Now, I've had a phone call before off them in the past, a good 6-7 hours after my block, asking if I've returned the parcels to the depot, and I told them, yeah, I've returned them. Now the thing was, I didn't get no answer. I didn't even go over my 4-hour block. It was nothing to do with that. And another one was 2 blocks. So if you have 2 blocks, so let's say you've got a 12 till 4 and a 4 till 8, fantastic, well done you for getting 2 blocks in a row. Now, sometimes you might go over your block and you might be panicking a bit that you're not going to get back to the depot for your other block. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. I always phone support if it ever happens to me. It happened to me when I was on the Prime now. So if I am going over the 4 hours, or it was 2 in the Prime now, I'd phone them up. Not that they cared. Half the time they didn't even let the depot know it was going to be late, even though I told them. But don't worry about it. Just as long as you've contacted them. Because when you do 2-hour blocks, it goes from 2 blocks and merges into 1 block. So then you've got an 8-hour block. So if you do 4 hours and it's going to take you 4.5 hours, carry on delivering them. That's fine, it's not a problem. When you get back to the depot, they might have parcels for you, they might not have parcels for you. If they haven't got parcels for you, your quid's in, you're going home and you're not doing your second run of parcels. But be warned on saying this, if you're listening to my video and you think to yourself, I'll do 2 blocks in a row, I'll take the piss and I'll get another 4 hours pay for nothing. It doesn't work like that. Amazon track you by your phone. Anytime you go anywhere, they know exactly where you are because of this app. They know the speed you're going in the car, what direction you're taking, if you're going off the map. Not that they're bothered if you go off the map, but they know everything by this app. So don't think about taking a mick, but don't worry about rushing around. Another one was breaks as well. Breaks for food, breaks for the toilet. Just say you've got a 4-hour block and you need the toilet in between. Go. At the end of the day, we're not in a communist country. People can't tell you when to go to the toilet or not. It's a bit harsh. But they don't care. Amazon don't care. They give you parcels to deliver. Now they want them dropping off before 9 o'clock in the night. And that's it. So just say I start my block at 4 o'clock. And then 2 hours later, I've got to go to the toilet or I'm hungry. I'll stop. I'll go for something to eat. Even if I'm going to go over my 4 hours and I'm not bothered about going over my 4 hours, I'll still stop. Get myself sorted. A couple of months ago, I had an appointment which I totally forgot about. So I was in the middle of a block. I got a phone call reminding me of the appointment. So I had to drop tools, go straight to my appointment, deal with that. That was a good half an hour, 40 minutes. And then I got back and then I carried on doing my blocks. Don't get me wrong, I didn't go over the 4 hours, but even if I did go over the 4 hours, they're not bothered. They want them delivered before 9 o'clock, and that's it. You're not going to get crucified for being late, delivering, unless you're on Prime Now. You've got to do the Prime Now deliveries within the 2 hour block. If you're on logistics like myself, there is no rush, so you're fine with that one. Returning parcels to the depot. You don't get crucified for taking parcels back to the depot. If you can't deliver your parcel, if they're not in the house, if you can't find a safe place to hide that parcel, do the rigmarole, sign it off, info, on the app. Couldn't get into the customer, no answer, blah blah blah. They're not going to crucify you for it. It's fine. Don't worry about that one. Forfeiting blocks there as well. Now, not that I've told many people, but I've actually been had my account suspended once off Amazon. That was due to my own fault because I forgot to forfeit blocks. It happens. It's not nice when it happens. I panicked a bit, but I just sat there, gone onto my laptop. I wrote an email, genuine email, didn't know if it's genuine or not, and they explained my situation, explained why it happened, and it was fine. They give me access to my account back, and I haven't looked back since. Now you've got to be careful on what you put. You've got to be genuine on the email you put as well, because people do get suspended. You do have the account blocked, and it happens, and you've just got to make sure you don't just sit there. You've got to fight to get that back, and lucky enough I did, and it worked. So always remember to forfeit 45 minutes before a block. Now the next one was returning to the depot. Now and again the app does say once you've done all your deliveries to return to the depot. I've never done. Everyone I've spoken to in the forecourt, everyone I've spoken to all around the world has said exactly the same. Don't worry about it. Once you've done your block, that's it, you're done. You don't go back for more parcels. Right, once again, Amazon do track you, so you've got to be really careful. Brilliant. Now, it's going to be quite funny. It's going to be a mashup because even though I'm inside now in the comfort of my own home, I am going to mash the other videos up I did do on my journey. I may cover a topic which I've already covered. Sorry about that, I can't really remember, but enjoy the rest of the video. Just left the depot, it's just gone 1 o'clock, got 49 parcels. I'm just hoping I'm just hoping it's not going to be a long one. To be honest, I haven't looked at my itinerary. Why is it saying scan? Click that. Didn't click that. Right, map. Oh, we've got 2 hotspots, which isn't too bad. What I mean by hotspots, they're all the 49 parcels are clumped into two separate spaces. But they're literally right next door to each other as well. So it must be less than a mile and a half from each clump. So let's hope this doesn't take all day. It shouldn't do, but I'll let you know how it goes. Hopefully it won't hit any problems. Well, I don't mind the problems if I can deal with them myself. Do you know what I come across yesterday and I forgot to mention? I told you a while back about an address comes up and it says 2 deliveries. That came up again yesterday. Even though I've come across it a million times, I'm still looking for 2 deliveries for the same address, and it wasn't. It was for one next door. So just always double check. Even me, I still get confused by it now and again, but let's see how this goes. Hello everybody, I've finished. So it took me 2 hours and 20 minutes. Bit gutted about that, took me quite a while. I thought I'd be done well and quicker. But anyway, finished, no packages to take back. Right, over what I said before, I am right. Everyone knows that Amazon can track you. They can track where you are, the speed you're going. When you've got that app open, they're able to track you. In case you didn't know, well, you know now. So just be careful on that one if you're thinking about putting your foot down. Don't think they're doing it at the moment, but if it gets to a point where the government or groups start rebelling against the way Amazon Flex works, that's what they might look for to get rid of people. So if you do tend to put your foot down, I know what it's like, I'm quite heavy-footed now and again, but just bear in mind they can track you at all times, they can track your speed, what you go. Right, I'm so sorry, I was meant to use the mapping app today to sort all my parcels out. Unfortunately enough, I did forget. In all fairness though, I think the best time to test something like that would be when I haven't got many, when I've got about 10 packages. But I will get it done for you. How's everyone's blocks been going today? Have you had any problems? I've done a live chat last night. Quite a few people got involved. I really do appreciate it. I'll be honest, the reason I've done a live chat, through my own bone idleness, I couldn't be arsed doing any editing or anything like that, messing around. I just wanted to say what I had to say, but we all ended up getting into a bit of conversation. So it was quite good. I do like it when we get into conversations. That's why I enjoy the messages. Someone has just messaged me. I haven't answered you back yet, but by the time this goes up I will have answered you back personally. But it's just put about when you're getting abuse off customers. I haven't been put in that situation, but if I would get put in that situation, I'd just say, sorry, I'm not willing to deliver your parcel because you're being rude and disrespectful to me. Take the parcel and go away. When you take it back to the depot, just mention it to Amazon. Just say it was being a bit loud, a bit abrupt. I was feeling a bit not scared, but you know, like, that's the word I'm thinking of. It's gone. Just say you felt a bit threatened, and that's all. You just felt a bit threatened by his tone, and you thought it'd be better if you just walked away from the situation. I'd just say, hey lads, you're not getting your package, simples. You'll have to like resort it now, or you'll have to wait till tomorrow. I'm not having you speaking to me like that. But I'm a mouthy person. I can get quite mouthy, quite stupidly. I don't think the consequences sometimes. You've also got to think, I've got this one package that I need to take back, and I could just give it to this tart and I could be over and done with. So always think about your actions. But anyway, that's me done. So I'll see you all soon.